makes America so actually great that you guys can speak your mind, and I would never suggest the crowd fucking boo you or turn on you because it's America. It's kind of a free country still. Band is willing to wager these fine. Well, first of all, do you support American workers? Yeah. Of course.
This is another gem from the Dropkick Murphys and their frontman Ken Casey.
All right, American made, sir. Could you both turn backwards? Don't worry, no one's he just needs to check your tags on your shirt and your hat. Just need to see what they're made. No, the MAGA shirt, Let's see what's made.
Nicaragua!
It's made in Nicaragua!
I have so many questions. Let's get through this vid, then we'll recap.
So, he is a good sport. He's taking his shirt off. We're taking crime off the street. God bless your fucking heart. That's a good sport. You get one proudly made in America Dropkick Murphy shirt. You gotta make America great again. You got the Elon Musk true Nazi version on. What's all the dice? Let's see where it's made. Come on, man. Yeah, drum roll, please, man. It's got no tag, and you know what that means? It wasn't fucking made in America, I can tell you that. But we'll call it a draw, okay? And we'll give you the shirt, and hey, I appreciate you being good sports, and I will say, from the bottom of our hearts, we are the most anti-fucking MAGA band on earth, okay? But all opinions are welcome because it's still America!
Ken Casey is awesome and handled this very, very well, but also clearly did his research. As we know, capitalists like Trump will never want to pay workers a fair wage. Thus, they go overseas. This is not a controversial point. It's the only point. For the Murphys, hey guys, quick break in the action. I have a new show coming out called The Strom Show. It is going to be awesome. I'm interviewing musicians, athletes, producers, writers, journalists, authors, sports doctors. Go check it out at youtube.com/@TheRickStromShow. Also be sure to throw me a follow on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. It can all be found in the description box below. Thank you.
Fucking country and go welcome with open arms so they can build a better life. Then listen to us. If you were part of a union or working class people who were allowed to build a better life in the middle class in America, you listen to us. Because if you're out there buying those hats that these swindlers are selling at that fair, I'm sorry kids, I know there's kids here, then you're part of the problem, and I'll tell you why. Because you're being duped by the greatest swindler in the history of the world. You're being duped by a bunch of grifters and billionaires who don't give a about you or your family. They care about their tax breaks and the money they can put in their pocket. If you consider yourself a patriot and you're spouting off that election denying, I will fight you outside if you want to. Wake the up! We're working class people. These people are the rich, the billionaires, and they don't give a Thank you for listening. 26 years as a band. If you call yourself a fan, you can give us 2 minutes.
They call out the likes of Trump, Musk, and everyone in their orbit who are pinning us against one another as an electorate instead of fighting against the oligarchs, as we have previously covered. A fan at their Terminal 5 show around 2013 would go on stage, and that one a-hole appears to throw up a Nazi salute. Thus, the bass player for the Murphys would also take matters into his own hands. And you know what? Who can blame him? Then, in the year 2022, PBS would publish this piece. The Dropkick Murphys are hitting back against a neo-Nazi group that used one of the rock band's songs in a video posted on social media. How stupid and dense and ill-informed are you? If you are of that hatred of a mindset to use a band like the Dropkick Murphys. It's almost as bad as Trump's, not press secretary, because that's Caroline Leavitt. I'm blanking on her name, but she follows Trump and posts videos of him. They used a Jack White song. They used Seven Nation Army, actually, to be exact, of him walking onto a jet, and Jack White sued them. Just so ill-informed. The rowdy rockers from Boston, the piece continues, condemned the use of the song "The Boys Are Back" in a tweet, while the band's attorney sent a cease and desist letter to the group, as well as to the platform that shared the video. In addition, after calling them losers, the band wrote, "Stop using our song for your little dress-up party video. We will smash you." That is so good. And that was in response to a tweet from a man who confronted the group at South Boston's St. Patrick's Day parade at the time.
Long history of supporting organized labor, and eventually, anyway, thanks for having our back. We got yours. And why don't we start with the appropriately named song called "The Workers' Song."
This was a video from the Murphy Show where they performed in Boston for local unions.
How you doing, everybody? We're the Dropkick Murphys, sending our love, solidarity, and support out to all you teachers on the picket line. Thank you for all you do.
Then they would collaborate with the Newtown, Massachusetts Teachers Association, where public school teachers went on strike. They would perform the tune "Workers' Song." Like I needed another reason to not love the Dropkick Murphys. Like I needed another reason to not love Ken Casey. The fact that he made a bet, you knew that he was going to give this dude the shirt because he wants to have this, I don't know, a better feel to the show. But the fact that he knew and prefaced it with, "You like American workers, right?" Who is going to say no to that? Especially the dudes that are wearing MAGA gear to a Murphy show. But then for him to say, "Hey man, friendly wager, doesn't matter, friendly wager, it's all kosher here. How about we make a bet, and I will bet you that shirt is not made in the United States." And he knew, because we all know this whole thing, everything Trump does, it's a freaking grift. All of it is a grift in order for him to not only secure the presidency because he is a white supremacist, in my opinion, but also because he wants to funnel our tax dollars to his properties to keep them afloat. They were hemorrhaging money until he won the presidency in 2016. He was losing tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of money. And you really think him saying he loves the American worker? Dude, if another country gave him $500 million, 100 million, 500 is way too generous, 100 million in order to do something, he would do it in a heartbeat. Okay? The other thing that really stands out to me is, do you know who the Dropkick Murphys are, my MAGA friends? Do you have any idea what their politics are? It takes balls to show up to their show in that gear, knowing they despise that person. So doing homework, probably a good goal. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.